Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about monthly specials. So November 2022, we've got a lot of specials for you. The other thing that we're talking about is how do we use our resources? And I've got actually a wonderful resource here. It's called the Essential Life Book, and you can see I've marked mine up. This is a brand new edition. This is the 8th edition. We're going to link it below, but it is one of the most, in my opinion, the best reference book for essential oils. Not only does it have everything in it, it's recently updated after the convention, the most recent one. And I feel like with full color photographs and all the things that it offers, it is one of the best books around. In the weeks ahead, I'm going to be sending a couple to Singapore. They may take a while, so please be patient. I'm not going to be giving them away today, but I'll be giving them away in the weeks ahead. So welcome. I want to make sure that everybody's just hopping on. We've got some interesting information because like this week, as every other week, we've got our wonderful specials for November. And this month, we've got some cool things going on. So for those of you who haven't had a chance to hop on yet and to see the holiday products, I hope that you're going to do that really soon. If you've already gotten your holiday products, of course, I want to hear about that. But either way, I got mine. I didn't get them yet in the mail, but I ordered them. So starting in the US, we've got our Clove. And I've got to tell you, I've got a couple of notes on Clove that I want to mention to you. But then I also want to quote to you a little bit from the book, because I'm going to be talking a little bit about a book and how we use resources, because I think that's super important to remember. So you can add a drop to toothpaste. You can use it in water and swish it around your mouth. Clove has traditionally been used for supporting the teeth, the gums, the buccal tissue, anything concerning the mouth. It's been used really for hundreds of years by dentists, yes. So very often when you are given some sort of anesthesia or cleansing in your mouth, for whatever reason, you'll actually smell or taste clove. And yes, indeed, that's what dentists are using. So Clove is the product of the month this month. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Clove from my handy reference book. So I hope you won't mind. You want to talk about when you use Clove, you want to also use it. You're talking about any kind of tooth discomfort or cavities. Of course, you could apply it directly to a cotton swab and then be dabbing it underneath or around the gum area. The other thing you can do is paint a little bit on a piece of dental floss and be gently flossing around your tooth. But you want to think about Clove for your metabolism. So Clove can be added into your daily routine by either applying it to any of the pulse points, and those are the points on the soles of the feet. And you can really find just about anywhere you can find where those different pulse points are, your acupressure points on the soles of the feet, on the ears, the auricular points, or even sometimes on the palms of the hand. For the feet, I know it's actually the base of the big toe, but Clove is one of those essential oils that you really need to put into your daily routine, especially as we're going into cold and flu season. So this is why I'm sure dōTERRA is giving this to us now. You want to think about it for maybe poor circulation, anything having to do with the cold. You could apply Clove as warming. You could be applying it in your daily massage or massaging the feet or hands of someone that you know who has poor circulation. It is wonderful for any sort of skin infections and also disinfecting. So when we think about Clove, we want to think about disinfecting. I hope that gives you a couple of additional ideas and more about what this wonderful product can do. 10% off this month is actually Stronger. Now, if you're not familiar with Stronger is one of the children's blends. The main ingredients are cedarwood, lutea, frankincense, and rose, but it is kind of I'm going to call it the flip side to On Guard. It's like the children's version of On Guard. So when we think about Stronger, we want to think about using it against any sort of environmental threats. So when we want to promote feelings of wellness and vitality, we're going to put it on the palms of the hands, the soles of the feet at night. If you're not a lover of On Guard, I don't know how you could not be a lover of On Guard and still be using dōTERRA. It's one of those signature products. But if your children perhaps feel On Guard is a little strong for them, you could be using Stronger instead. So you could use it at the end of the day when they're taking their bath or their shower, putting it on the soles of their feet. Again, you want to think of things like bacteria, viruses, and any sort of pathogens they may be encountering throughout their school day. Also for any sort of weak immunity that they may have, boosting them up, helping them to be just more healthier. That's it. You're really wanting them to be healthy. And this is our 10% off in the US. Next on the hit parade is our, I've got two diffuser blends for you. One is Morning Fog using our Clove, cypress, frankincense, and a drop of peppermint. And then we've got also a second one here called Pumpkin Latte. See if I can show you Pumpkin Latte. There we go, Pumpkin Latte with also Clove, On Guard Orange, and Cinnamon Bark. When we think about cinnamon bark, we also want to think about anything having to do with the metabolism. That's why cinnamon is included in our new Meta Power Blend. So when you're thinking about metabolism, or you're thinking about staying healthy throughout the holiday season, those are the oils that you really, your spice oils are the oils that you want to think about. So things like clove, cinnamon, maybe your black pepper, all of those spice oils are the ones that are going to support your immune system. Let's talk about our Singapore specials. Okay, we've got our Holiday Joy. Holiday Joy is a perennial favorite, I have to say. I've mentioned here in the past that some of my friends actually buy Holiday Joy in bulk, or they'll buy multiple bottles and then they'll use it throughout the year. I am a fan, but I am not what I would call a super fan or a super user of Holiday Joy. It does include wild orange, clove, cassia, Siberian fir, all of those wonderful holiday-ish smells. It's very inviting. So when you are using it during the holiday season, if you're gift giving or you're getting together, Holiday Joy is a wonderful one. Also, if you're hosting any sorts of meetings or gatherings, you want to be diffusing it in the meeting room. I noticed recently that some of you have been having gatherings again, whether it's in the corporate office or it's in other offices. I mean, really would encourage you, get out your Holiday Joy. You want to foster those feelings of togetherness, of having people gathered in a single room. It will also help you with an immune boost or with your cold prevention, let's call it that. So we want to make sure that you're not only using it as a method of getting people together, you're using it also to keep yourself healthy. And I think that's why some of my friends are super users of Holiday Joy. It is the product of the month, and we know that's with 125 PV order before the 15th of the month. 10% off is Douglas Fir. This is a personal favorite. One of the things I love about Douglas Fir, it is that it's the scent of the season. So it's that Christmas tree scent, if you will. Douglas Fir is steam distilled from the little needles that you can see there. You want to use it for any sort of tension, for sadness, diffuse it in your space. Sometimes when we go into the holiday season, there's a lot of pressure to do things in a certain way, to be with certain people, to dress a certain way, to spend money in a certain way. And I want you to kind of just let that all go, and your Douglas Fir is going to help you to do that. In addition, Douglas Fir is wonderful for our sinuses, our respiratory system. So if you're closing your doors and windows and you're getting ready for winter time, if it's getting cold where you are, or maybe just the weather's just not that great, make sure that you've got your Douglas Fir. It's cleansing your air. It's creating that clean, clear air. We always want to think of those beautiful evergreen forests when we think of Douglas Fir or any of the fir oils. So use it for your congestion, your sinuses, respiratory support. And then finally, I want you to think of Douglas Fir for any sort of aches or muscle discomforts that you may have in your joints, in your knees, wherever you may be feeling a little bit just uncomfortable as a result of changing temperatures or really anything else. We're going to talk a little bit more about Douglas Fir in a minute because there's one other country that has Douglas Fir as a special. We've got our enrollment promo in Singapore. If you place a 100 PV order now, and then you place another 100 PV order at LRP, you'll get a set of LLV. I'm using my LLV, I have to say, more than ever now that MetaPower has come out, because I really feel like they interact together wonderfully and support each other. I'm feeling much more energetic, a lot more just peaceful and calm, but definitely healthier as a result of combining the two together. I've been a long-term LLV user, but now combined with MetaPower, I feel like my skin looks brighter and fresher, just a lot of good, healthy results. Here's, I think I have 2 blends for you, Enchanted Forest with Douglas Fir, Spearmint, and Lime. This will be a nice, bright scent. I have to say, I love the fir oils, the Douglas Fir and the Black Spruce and the Siberian Fir. Those are some of my absolute favorites. Here we've got a special, we've got our November specials for Malaysia. Here's an interesting one for all of my US people. I don't think we've ever seen this before. This is Holiday Love. It is a signature once a year blend. I don't know if we've ever seen it. Maybe once in the US. If you're in the US and you can remember having seen it before, let me know. It does include cedarwood, Siberian fir, wild orange, frankincense, balsam fir, nootka, ladanum, cinnamon, tonka bean, and vanilla. So it has a little bit of that spiciness, but also a lot of warmth from the tonka bean and the vanilla. Different from our other blends. And I feel like the 3 different blends that we have, Holiday Peace, Holiday Joy, and this Holiday Love. And obviously only Malaysia has it for now. I don't know, maybe we'll get it in the US coming in the December order, but we'll see. This is kind of a fun one, the product of the month. 10% off is Slim and Sassy. Slim and Sassy, my friends, is rolling out the door because MetaPower is rolling in. So if you're a Slim and Sassy lover and you're living in Malaysia and you want to pick up a couple of these, please do so now. I'm assuming that's why it's the 10% off. For a limited time, you'll be able to get Laurel Leaf and Blue Lotus. Blue Lotus is that kind of heady, florally scent that was offered a couple of years ago, also available in the US as a limited time offer as part of our Christmas catalog or a holiday gift giving guide. And the Laurel Leaf, terrific for our lung support, for any sort of respiratory support. You want to be using that in your diffusers, applying it on the chest and the back. Use it on children. It is extremely mild. You could blend it with some of, if you're not a big fan of Laurel Leaf, it smells a lot like bay leaves. In fact, I think they are bay leaves, which you would put in soups or stews. So if that's not your favorite smell, blend it with something else. Use one of your evergreen oils and make it really smell rich and wonderful. Malaysia now has a permanent product, the protecting shampoo, the daily conditioner, and the leave-in conditioner. In addition to adding that as those 3 items as permanent products individually, they'll be adding the permanent products as sets. So you can add a protecting shampoo and daily conditioner set, or a spray leave-in conditioner as a set. Last but not least, this hair care trio set is going to be available for a limited time. The 3 items, full size, these are not a travel size, these are a full size, are going to be available as a trio as a limited time offer, I believe, until the end of November. A new accessory, this is kind of a fun one. I'm not sure how this came to be, but I guess as a result of all the shampoo, this is a microfiber kind of head wrap, and it says, wear your crown hair wrap. So it's RM45 with a PV of 0, super cute. I use a Turby Twist, which is kind of the same thing, but this is branded dōTERRA, which is kind of nice. We've also got special limited time offers for Terra Sticks and Spa hand lotion, both of which are going to be expiring in the beginning of next year, but greatly reduced because of their short expiration dates. Again, HD clear, and only one kind of lip balm, and that is the mint, I believe, that are going to be offered temporarily as a short-term discount. I'm sorry, it's HD Clear foaming face wash and the herbal lip balm are both going to be available at a discount, again, with short expiration dates. So if you're interested, take a look at your catalog. Here's a kind of an interesting item that's going to be available also as a limited edition, 6 mini bottles of fractionated coconut oil, 1 large bottle of fractionated coconut oil, and the itty bitty, what is that thing called? In Spanish, it's called an embudo. In English, it's called oh my goodness, not a tunnel, a funnel. It's called a funnel. And you're going to be able to buy that for the time being through the 15th of November for RM139 with a PV of 11. That's a super cute item, especially if you're going to be doing a class. You can be giving them out at the class. You could be selling them at the class. They're also good to put on a table. If you're doing some sort of a DIY, you can put a little one on each one of the tables. Very cute. You can also refill them from a larger bottle and reuse them yourself. Okay, SuperDeal twin pack of the Terra Sticks drink mix. Again, shorter expiration dates. So you want to make sure that you're checking if this is a product that you absolutely love. You want to make sure that you can get a hold of it right away and use it up. Daily Diffuser Blend. We've got our Slim and Sassy, Tangerine, and Juniper Berry. If you've run out of Slim and Sassy already, but you have MetaPower, use your MetaPower here. I love the new MetaPower blend for diffusing, and I feel like it's a wonderful way to actually either apply it to the skin or to make sure that we're using it in our diffusers. Oops. Oh, Swan B says to remind me that the hair trio has been sold out. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that happened. Okay, oops. Okay, now we're on to the Philippines. Such a beautiful picture, I have to say. Product of the month is rosemary. Let's talk a little bit about rosemary. I've got a couple of things that I want to say about it. It is steam distilled from the little tiny leaves or needles, if you will. It is analgesic, a stimulant, and a neurotonic. So that's one of the reasons why we use it at the back of the neck for anyone who's having any sort of memory issues or forgetfulness. It is meant for mental, adrenal, or really any sort of fatigue that you may be having. Terrific for respiratory conditions, just like all of our other evergreen. Rosemary is an evergreen in many climates, not here in the US, because especially where I live in the north, because it does tend to die off. It's more like a perennial that will rebloom if it doesn't go through a very hard winter. It for lack of focus and also for support to the urinary tract, you're going to be applying it on the lower abdomen. Finally, for any sort of swelling or lymphatic issues, you want to get your lymphatic system flowing again. You're going to be applying it either underneath your arms, here on the neck, on any of the other points of your lymphatic drainage system. Also movement, right? Swinging our arms, bouncing up and down can also, whether you're just bouncing on the floor or bouncing on a rebounder, can really help your lymphatic system. But rosemary is the one that you want to use if you're trying to support your lymphatic system. Again, back to Douglas fir. Okay, so let's talk about it one more time. We've got a couple of other things that I wanted to mention to you. I know many people are concerned, usually it's women, are concerned with bumpy skin, especially on their thighs. I know that MetaPower is helping a lot, but Douglas fir added into the mix can really provide a kind of a smoothing effect, can help with lymphatic drainage, especially if you're doing any sort of massage. If you're a massage therapist or you're someone who works with massage therapists on a regular basis, recommend your Douglas fir, especially at this time of year. It is pertinent in terms of its medicinal properties, whether it's for drainage, for lymphatic system, or maybe cellulite drainage, right? But it's also this time of the year. When we think of plants, we want to think of seasonality. And Douglas fir, absolutely, this is the season for us to be using our Douglas fir. And I would say last but not least, when we talk about Douglas fir, we want to talk about emotional balance. So using our Douglas fir and all of our fir oils to really stay in balance emotionally, especially during this season. We've got the same enrollment promotion from the 1st through the 30th. Enroll someone with a 100 PV order, and then the second month they will get I'm sorry, they're not getting LLV, they're getting Alpha CRS, XE Omega, and DDR Prime. Super interesting. They did a little bit of a different mix. For respiratory rescue, we've got eucalyptus, peppermint, lemon, and rosemary, a blend that I really like. And if you've got another blend that you're using, I'd love to hear about it. So follow, if you would, and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We're posting all the time. We've had a lot of shorts go up lately, and I hope they're relevant to you, many about MetaPower, but also some of the respiratory oils and things that are current for this season. Thank you so much for having been here, and have a wonderful week. Okay, so I don't know if anybody has any, thank you, Margaret. Maria, yes, funnel. I know, I could only think of the Spanish word for half a second there. It's one of those, I guess it's a plus and a minus. Sometimes when you speak other languages, you go to reach for the word and it comes up in the wrong language. I think those are some very good specials. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined us. If you're on YouTube, stay tuned in the weeks ahead. We're going to be diving more deeply in ways to support different systems of the body, also talking more about what are your results with essential oils. I want to talk about what are you seeing with your MetaPower, with your winter oils, how are you feeling, and what's going on, how are you staying healthy. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here next Monday. Bye-bye now.